There's a girl in every room. She doesn't talk much, she doesn't overshare, she doesn't laugh too loud or explain herself to anyone. But somehow, everyone notices her. Everyone wonders about her. Everyone remembers her. And here's what most people get wrong. They think her power is about being shy. It's not. It's deliberate. It's psychological. And today, we're breaking down exactly why the quietest girl in the room is almost always the most powerful one. Psychologists have a concept called the information gap theory, coined by behavioral economist George Lowenstein. The idea is simple. When people sense there's something they don't know about you, their brain literally cannot rest. It needs to fill that gap. When a woman overshares, her plans, her feelings, her insecurities, she closes that gap. She becomes predictable, and predictable people are easy to underestimate. But the woman who shares just enough, she keeps that gap wide open. People find themselves thinking about her between conversations, wondering, analyzing, trying to figure her out. That is not an accident. That is strategy. Channels like this often reference Jenny Kim's me before you mentality, and this is part of it. Jenny has this unique mindset where she always puts her own happiness and well-being first, staying unaffected by the opinions of others and living authentically on her own terms. She doesn't explain herself. She doesn't justify. And that silence, it speaks volumes. Let me introduce you to a concept I call the dark horse effect. A dark horse is someone nobody sees coming. They're quiet, so people underestimate them. They're observant, so they miss nothing. And when they finally make their move, it's too late for anyone to catch up. This is not a coincidence for women who embody this. It's a direct result of how they protect their energy. When you don't announce your goals, you protect them. Research in social psychology actually supports this. A 2009 study by NYU professor Peter Gollwitzer found that people who share their goals prematurely experience less motivation to actually achieve them. Your brain gets a small dopamine hit from the telling and mistakes it for the doing. The girl who stays quiet, she's not posting about her glow up while it's happening. She's not venting her plans to friends who may or may not be rooting for her. She's in the lab, silently. And one day she just arrives, upgraded, elevated, unbothered. And people are shook because they never saw it coming. Here's something nobody talks about. Silence is one of the most powerful social tools you will ever own. Most people are deeply uncomfortable with silence, so they fill it with nervous laughter, over-explaining, over-promising. They reveal too much because they're afraid of awkward gaps. But a woman who is comfortable with silence signals one thing immediately. I don't need your approval to feel okay. And that is magnetic. Think about every powerful woman you've admired, in real life, on screen, in history. They have this quality of stillness. They listen more than they speak. When they do speak, people lean in because they've learned her words are worth something. This is rooted in what psychologists call interpersonal dominance, the nonverbal cues that signal high status in a social group. Eye contact, slow, deliberate movement, and yes, strategic silence. These are signals your nervous system reads before your brain even processes them consciously. You feel the power of a quiet woman before you understand it. So, how do you actually build this? First, stop narrating your life in real time. Not every thought needs to be shared. Not every feeling needs to be processed out loud with whoever is nearby. Sit with things. Let them settle. Your silence will become your signature. Second, become obsessed with listening. Most people listen to respond. Start listening to understand. You will learn more in one conversation than most people learn in a year because you're actually paying attention. Third, let your results do the talking. The most powerful thing you can do is simply become the thing you want to be, without announcement, without permission, without validation. Let people notice the shift on their own. That moment of, wait, when did she? That's the dark horse arriving. And finally, get comfortable being underestimated, because the girl who is underestimated is the girl nobody prepares for. And that is exactly where your advantage lives.
The loudest person in the room is rarely the most powerful one. Power isn't performed, it's embodied. And the woman who has truly mastered herself, her mind, her energy, her presence, she doesn't need to announce it. You'll just feel it when she walks in. That's the girl you're becoming. And she's been quietly winning all along.
If this resonated with you, save this video. You're going to want to come back to it. And if you want more of this, you know what to do.